Okay, I introduce them, James Tolar. Wait. And Nathan Lappa.
Okay, they're going to do their 1 minute introduction. Our timekeeper is over here, so y'all can see her. If you have a question for County Constable Precinct 4, if you will come over here, we will get you the microphone. I realize that you don't think you need a microphone, but we do. Okay, so in order to ask the question, we need you to come up and have it written down so that we'll give them the questions afterwards. But they will introduce themselves first, then we'll take questions, and then they'll have a closing. Okay? Thank you for your attention.
Hello, I'm Nathan Lapham. Please forgive my slang. It's compliments of Southeast Texas. I am a 38-year veteran of law enforcement. I live in Tyrone, Texas with my wife, Debbie. And a little bit about me more is a 38-year veteran. I have many licenses, certificates, things like that. I'm not going to go into them. I'm not going to name them. Those certificates and those titles, they didn't make the man that's here today. What made the man here today standing before you is hard work, dedication, loyalty to serving the state of Texas, the residents, the people, your neighbors, and your friends. I want to thank y'all for coming out tonight. There's no tricks to this vote. All it is a democracy in progress. Let's let the vote do the counting. And I wish the best to my opponent. I've known him for many years. He's a good man.
Hey.
I want to say thank you. And if you need anything, you can call me. I'm asking for your vote and your support for Constable Precinct 4. Thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is James Solar, and I'm running for County Constable Precinct 4. Public safety is not just my profession, it's my calling. As a Texas police officer since 2011, it has been my focus on the protection of our community, our courts, and most importantly, our children. I currently serve as a supervisor for the County Sheriff's Office, and I'm an active shooter instructor, teaching others so our community is safer in times of crisis. I believe public safety starts with involvement. I actively volunteer with nonprofit organizations and serve on boards that support families and strengthen our community. Over the past few years, I've written and obtained nearly $500,000 in grant funds, bringing critical resources to Calhoun County. I also maintain a strong working relationship with local, state, and federal agencies, addressing crime and keeping our coastal community safe. Most importantly, I'm a father of 4. The future of this community is personal to me. Protecting Calhoun County isn't just a job, it's a commitment I take seriously.
Are there any questions?
Okay, we'll go ahead and have closing, so it will go in the same order. Nathan will go first and then James.
Again, I told you a little bit about myself. I don't know many of you. Some of y'all might have seen me. Some of y'all might remember me when I wrote y'all a warning ticket. So we got to lighten it up a little bit in here. So I want to tell y'all again, thank you. Being constable, it's a privilege and it's an honor. Again, I can't go into what made me who I am today. But I can tell you from my heart, one thing about me as a cop, I believe in compassion, I believe in respect, I believe in dignity, and I believe in loyalty. But most of all, I believe in being kind. This profession needs kindness. And I'm not taking anything away from my former partner, but we need kindness in this world. We need kindness as cops. We need to be caring and show some compassion. That's what my foundation's on. It's being kind, compassionate, and respectful to everybody that I meet. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Again, I thank everybody for coming tonight and participating in this. Law enforcement is a true passion of mine, and serving this community has always been in the forefront of my thoughts and who I am. And I strive to continue to do that, and if you elect me as constable, I'm gonna continue to strive to better this community and better myself at the same time. I'm very passionate about what I do and the safety of our children and our community, and I think we could do a little bit of both of that at the same time as constable. So I genuinely encourage you to go out and vote. Even if you don't want to vote for me, I respect that, but make your voice heard. It's imperative at this time that you take the time to let your voice stand for what it is and vote who you want. Regardless of personal vendettas with one another, let that stand aside and vote for the man that's going to do the job. And I'm not taking it, again, I would never take anything against Lapham. We work together great on the streets, and I'm excited for this opportunity to get to run with him and let the people vote how they may.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna take a quick little break. Has anybody, everybody signed up for be the hand counter, right? Raise your hand. If not, we'll get you a form real quick. Come on, we need more. We need more hand counters.
Precinct 5, you come on up. That would be Janet Gregory and Sue Glover. While they're coming up, let me just tell you, we have 50 hand counters already trained and ready to go. And as they're getting set up and he's talking to them, at 50, we'll probably be finished counting at 2 o'clock in the morning. So if y'all send us 60 more, we can finish by 8 o'clock. Just saying.
Janet Gregory, sir.
Hello, I'm Jana Gregory. I am the current court clerk for Judge Palmacall. Been doing this for approximately 6 years. I'm also part of the volunteer fire department, part of the service club and First Baptist Church. Been in Calhoun County 10 years. I've seen a lot. Being part of the fire department has molded me in late night calls, whether it's wrecks, inquests. I've gone to magistrate hearings with Judge Palmacall. I've assisted with her with inquests and have a great relationship with the DA's office and with the Sheriff's Department and also Cedar Police Department as well.
Good evening. My name is Sue Glover, and I want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting democracy. That's the founding of our country, so it's nice to see everyone. I got my degree from the University of Texas at Austin, and I bleed a little bit of orange. If you've driven by my house in Port O'Connor, you kind of know that it's my house. I got my start back in 1988. I went to work for a law firm that represented counties. And then I went to work for the Association of Counties, and I worked on legislative issues that impacted counties. And one of those that you'll know is the burn ban bill. Back in 1999, counties didn't really have authority to go and have a burn ban. And so for the last 22 years, I've been working with counties and want to take care of that success and that experience to Port O'Connor in the JP's office. And I'm long.
Thank you. Last call for questions, but on these other ones, if y'all have a question for a race, y'all need to come up before they start speaking, okay? So I don't think we have any questions, so we will close in the same order.
Again, I'm Jana Gregory. Your vote does count. That's what Hope Kirk said. Every single vote is important. Our office is always open. I will continue to be there for the community of Port O'Connor. Our door is always open. Thank you.
Thank you as well. When I moved to Port O'Connor, been coming to Port O'Connor for about 15 years ago, and then I moved to Port O'Connor over 7 years ago. And one of the things that really drew me to that community was how everybody worked together to accomplish so many things. And so I've been involved with the Chamber of Commerce. I came with thinking of an idea for the farmers market, and we created that. So my philosophy is to be action. You know, if you have an idea, carry it through, do something with it. Be your community. And so that is really one of the things that I want to take to the office of JP, is that I am the community, and I want to serve that community in a number of ways. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we're going to County Commissioner Precinct 4, Gary Reese and Daniel Berman. And anybody who has questions, you can come up and be right here ready. Daniel, go first.
Good evening. Thank you for being here. My name is Daniel Berman, and I'm running for County Commissioner Precinct 4 and 5. Just so y'all know, I'm not a politician, definitely not a public speaker. I'm just a guy who thinks he can make a difference. I have a small mowing business in Port O'Connor. Mow all around Seadrift, out of the court office. I spent my life working in marine construction, management, oil field asset management, and currently managing the local Napa. What all this has taught me is simply, if you don't take care of the people and manage your resources responsibly, things could fall apart. I'm running because I believe in Precinct 4 and 5. I believe Precinct 4 and 5 deserves a leadership that's accountable, conservative, with taxpayer dollars, and focused on county issues: roads, infrastructure, growth, public safety. I don't have all the fancy words, political answers, but I do have common sense sometimes. I have a good work ethic and a commitment to serve the community with honesty, transparency. I'm here to listen and to work for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Gary Reese. I am the current Commissioner, Precinct 4, since 2019. I grew up in Seadrift, went through school there and graduated from Calhoun High School in 1970. My wife and I have 35 years still live there. We have 4 children, 15 grandchildren. I have 55 years experience in road construction. I have been I worked for TxDOT for 10 years, doing maintenance on all the state and U.S. highways in the area. I have quite a bit of knowledge of subgrade construction, all road construction, bridges, and I have run my own successful excavation business since 2009 in Seabrief. I appreciate you coming tonight. Thank you.
Okay, do we have one
Yes,
question?
sir.
We have one question, she'll read it, and I'll just direct yourselves to the audience here.
The courthouse has signs. No cell phones or purses. Do you think this is a good idea? If no, what would you do to increase security so women can have their purses?
Mr. Berman, you first.
That's a great question. I think it comes down to, I don't know, because I don't carry a purse. For the safety of the people, maybe, I don't know, to be honest with you, I'd have to think about that and have to talk to a lot of women and why they need their purse.
I believe it's a security concern with the courts. The only time they do that is when the court is in session, and if they don't allow cell phones and they don't allow a person to go into the courtroom, and plus you have to go through a metal detector to get into the courthouse. I believe with all the corruption and crime there is in the world today, I think it's a necessary.
Any other questions? So y'all both have 1 minute to close, so when the stop comes up, the stop comes up.
I want to thank everyone again for the opportunity to be here tonight. This campaign really comes down to one simple question. Who do you want to represent you managing your tax dollars and show up for the community when it matters? I'm not running for a title, I'm running to serve. I believe in conservative values, transparency, physical responsibility, and putting the people of precinct 4 and 5 first. If elected, I will be accessible, I will listen to your concerns, and make decisions based on what's best for the community and not politics. I truly appreciate your vote and support. Thank you.
Since 2019, we've been able to accomplish many projects in Precinct 4, and many are still ongoing. We have rehabilitated over 28 miles of road, strengthened drainage, and maintained essential infrastructure throughout the precinct. I've secured over $30 million in infrastructure and shoreline restoration grants, all without the use of taxpayer dollars. Grants for public access, for parks, piers and beaches, bulkheads, replacements, walking trails, shoreline protection, and drainage. People ask why I'm running for re-election. Precinct 4 is my home. We have completed much, but there is still much to do. Many projects to be completed. Along with my experience and dedication, I will continue to bring strong leadership and strong values to the office of Precinct 4 in Calhoun County. Thank you for attending.
Okay, if I can have County Commissioner Precinct 2, Michael Balaka, Patrick Zabriskie, and Ronnie Bell. Just to let everybody know, we will be taking photographs at the end of this. Michael, you'll be going. Yeah, if anybody has questions, please come up here and now.
Good afternoon. My name is Michael Balaka, 60 years old. I've lived in Calhoun County all of my life, just a few short years out of the precinct. I've worked on many projects throughout my time as commissioner, which was, I believe, burned 19 years ago. We secured grants for the airport. We've secured grants for the 6 Mile boat ramp. And one important thing was we worked as a group to bring our hospital out of a deficit and get it back in the black. And that's something that I think that really needs to be looked at again. I did countless drainage projects, enlarging ditches, culverts, things to their fullest capacity. Thank you.
Good evening, thank you all for coming out tonight. Some of y'all know me. For those of you that don't, my name is Ronnie Best. Sorry. My name is Ronnie Best, and I'm running for Calhoun County Commissioner of Precinct 2. I've worked in Precinct 2 for over 26 years now, and in that time I've ran everything from a weed eater to a maintainer, and now I've worked my way all the way up to Commissioner. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight, and I hope to keep representing you in the county to my best ability. I'm married to a beautiful woman over here named Misty Best, and we have 9 wonderful grandkids that keep us on our toes for sure. Thank you all again for coming out tonight, and I hope to keep representing you.
Hi, my name is Patrick Petruski. I'm running for Calhoun County Commissioner for Precinct 2. I was born here in Calhoun County. I've been married to my wife for 20 years. We've got 3 kids, and I'm 44 years old. I graduated from Texas A&M University in 2004 with a degree in chemical engineering. I began my career as an engineer at LLDPE and Formosa Plastics as soon as I came back to town, right after graduation. For more than 20 years, I've worked with all the maintenance groups in the plant to troubleshoot operational problems. I've managed safety issues, budgeting, scheduling, and personnel. I believe that faith, service, and personal responsibility strengthen a community. I'm a deacon at First Baptist Church in Port Lavaca, and I serve as a volunteer in the Texas State Guard, where my role focuses on emergency management. I'm running because I want to give back to the community. My background in engineering, project management, emergency response, and community service make me more than capable to serve as your county commissioner. My goal is to ensure that our taxpayer dollars are spent responsibly. My name is Patrick Petruski. I appreciate your time. I'd be honored to earn your respect and your support, and I respectfully ask for your vote on March 3rd, 2026.
Yeah, one question. If anybody else has a question, come on up now. But we have a question here, and y'all can face there, and she's just going to answer.
What is your understanding of the position of commissioner, and what are your plans to accomplish that?
The commissioner is the overseer of the precinct for which he or she is elected to. That position is with roads, bridges, drainage, mosquito control for everyone. They're also overseers of, along with the county judge, the finalization of the budget for all departments.
Pretty much want to mirror what my opponent said. We take care of roads and drainage. We help do the budget for the county for all departments. We appoint people that need to be appointed. We set the payrolls, the tax rate, and that's like everything else that my opponent said. We do it out in the county, road work, ditches, mow, all that good stuff. Thank you.
What am I supposed to say? Obviously, I know both of them have been commissioner. The only thing I would add to that is, we're working as a team. They did say this, but I just want to reiterate, as a commissioner, you're going to work as a team with all the other commissioners. You're representing your precinct, but obviously you got to work as a team. You can't just do everything by yourself, So the county judge and all the 4 commissioners on commissioner's court, that's a critical thing is working as a team.
Last call for questions. Okay, closing, and we will start in the same order again.
Mark?
One of the things that I left out in my opening, and I'll just stick it in here, I also was instrumental with Commissioner H. Floyd at the time when I last served as completing the multi-million-dollar jail project that we had. I already mentioned to you about drainage and things. I have, as your next commissioner, I can tell you that I have proven leadership, strong work ethics, and a commitment to getting projects done. I think there's a lot of things ahead of us. We've all got to, like Pat said, we've got to work together. None of us can do it by ourselves, but we've got to work to save the hospital, get the hospital back in the black, and I think that's going to take all of the commissioners and judge, and I also think it's going to take some professionals to come in and help us with that. I don't think any of us are hospital administrators, but we've got to get that done.
Again, I want to thank you all for coming out. I want to give all the glory to God for giving me the abilities that I have to work my way all the way up to this position. I have secured a few grants in this 1 year that I've been commissioner. Pretty sizable, $460,000 to update all the playground equipment and the tables and stuff down at the park. And I have big plans, hopefully, to add parks down at the end of Bower Road and maybe a paddling trail to connect the two. So I hope to get everybody's vote so I can continue my projects and come out. Everybody's vote counts on March 3rd. A lot of people say that their votes don't count, but in county and local elections, they sure do. So everybody come out. Early voting February 17th, primary March 3rd. Thank you.
Like I said, I'm Pat Petruski. I'm running because I want to give back to the community, like I said before. I think my goal being here as a commissioner would be, I would like the county, now this is up to a judge a lot too, but I would like to make the county finances much more transparent. I don't know if you've seen what the city's done with Jody Weaver being manager, but their city website is very excellent in transparency. As far as my running, like I said, my background's engineering, project management, and emergency response. I'm a volunteer in the Texas State Guard. I've been deployed to the SOC, which is the State Operations Center in Austin. So during disasters, so I know how to work with the state, or I've seen how the state works with local governments. And I appreciate your time, and I would like your support, and I appreciate your vote on March 3rd. Thank you.
Okay, next we're going to County Commissioner Precinct 1, John Martinez and James Oliver.
Okay, while they're getting started, we have a comment about voting happening today, so we're going to let that happen while they're getting situated.
As they mentioned earlier, voting is very important. It's that one vote that puts you in or out. Harris County lost a seat to the Democratic Party in the special election. And Harris County, I just moved from Harris County a year ago here. So it's very important that we get out to vote. Talk to 10 people in your neighborhood, get them out to vote, especially the midterms. It's very, very important. We've got to keep this in mind. We can't get, excuse me, we can't get complacent. And I think that's what happens a lot of times, is when we get comfortable with what we have already. We got to make it count. So make sure you talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends, and get them out to vote.
Thank you.
John.
Good evening. My name is John Martinez, and I am running for County Commissioner, Precinct 1. For the past 40-plus years, I have been in the retail automotive industry. Some of my duties that I've done have been in inventory control, and I've done inventory control. Well, I'm going to do my best to be the best commissioner, be transparent. One of the things that I have enjoyed the most so far is meeting a lot of residents of Precinct 1. Listening to their concerns, their issues has been very rewarding, and I look forward to meeting more of them in the future. Like I said, I've been here all my life. Married to the lovely Quay Martinez, been married for 43 years, and I hope that I plan on being the best commissioner that I can be. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is James Darren Oliver, and so I'm running for Commissioner Precinct 1 as well. And so, Ronnie, you said it best, really. Philippians 4:13 says that I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And I've lived my life like that, and He's put me on a path of really just I've been a public servant my whole life. I grew up in the Texas Hill Country around Blanco, a little ranching community, and that's where I'm from. I went in the United States Navy in 1987. I served 7 years with the Navy, honorably. And so following that, I became a firefighter and a paramedic. I did 27 years. I've been in the trenches. I've been taking care of people for a long time. I've been an administrator. I've been a director. I've handled budgets. I've been on committees. I've been answered and taken care of really tough problems at times. I'm a dad, I'm also just recently a new grandpa, and so I'm really proud of that. But I'm proud of our community. A lot of respect to our commissioners' court and our servants. Anybody that jumps in to do politics is really a special person. So thank you. Again, my name is James Oliver.
We have a couple of questions.
Y'all can answer the whole audience.
Your predecessor was easily accessible at all times, weekends, weekdays, nights, whatever time. What kind of accessibility will you have, and what kind of communication will you have for your people?
Well, right now I have an open door policy. Just come on in, and I'm going to take the time to visit with you. You can share your concerns with me. I love to serve. If you want to take 5 minutes, or you want to take an hour, I've got the time for you. That's how I'm very accessible, easily. Thank you.
One thing I appreciated about our late Commissioner Dave Hall was that he was really customer service friendly. And if you knew him, you know what I'm talking about. He was my friend, but not only that, he was my commissioner. You could text him at 10 o'clock at night and he'd answer you. I mean, like right now. You could call him with questions at 10 o'clock at night. It didn't have to be your friend. And he would take that call. He was a very special man. And it's going to be hard to fill his boots, for sure. But I kind of run myself in that same way. I have done that. I've been, at any time, I'm currently a realtor. And so my clients, when they text me, I respond. It doesn't matter what time. If you call, I respond. I don't believe that there's office hours in public service. I just don't. And so I think that you're accessible even when you're off the clock. And so I plan on running my campaign. And if I become the commissioner, I will be approachable. And I will do a lot like what David did. Our style is a lot alike. Our leadership style, like I said, he was my friend. He never missed a Tuesday lunch with his constituents in our neighborhood. Never missed it. And he teased you if you missed, but I really appreciated that, and I appreciated his response. People were important to him. People are important to me, and so I've lived my whole life like that. So I just want to carry on that.
Okay, thank you. We got some more questions for y'all, so hang on. So you'll answer first the next question.
Tell us about your grant writing experience.
Good question, grant writing experience. So I was a director of EMS operations for the city of Wabash, and so, you know, to secure money for your city, you need to write grants, you know. And so my grant writing experience comes from helping secure grants to buy aerial fire trucks, also ambulances, grant writing for training and equipment. And so really just anything with emergency response, disaster response, is most successful at that.
Back in 2000, I did help write a grant for a development that we had, and it was called Pelican Bay. So I do have one experience with grant writing. Thank you.
Good evening. I've lived in this precinct for 20 years, and to me, our precinct specific, all of them, but ours specifically being the beach and everything, it's a lot more than cleaning ditches and mowing grass. You'll have some really big shoes to fill with David Hall. I lived through the rubble debacle out there, so I've seen it not work, and then I've seen it really work well with David Hall. So what are some of y'all's plans to vitalize some of the areas that we had at Alamo and Magdalene Beach?
Well, right now we've got some shoreline protection. We've got that are moving. We've got some projects that Commissioner Hall had going. They're starting to move. We've got a Crabbing Bridge project that's right around the corner, and we've got the Indian Point project. We've got the Chocolate Bayou Park Bridge that's real big. So just so you know, at the beach, you will not be forgotten. David, he did a lot at the beach. So I want to continue to do that and follow his vision, the same vision that he had. So those projects, we also have the Magnolia Beach Volunteer Fire Department. It's going to get kicked off. So rest assured, the beach is going to be in good hands because I plan on doing, following through with what David has. David was a personal friend of mine. We worked out together for years, and him and I would talk. And but he was a good friend of mine, so I have plenty of respect for him. Thank you.
All right, yeah, so we have a lot to do, actually. David was on top of a lot of things, and he was a visionary guy. He was seeing things far in the future and taking care of that, and I've witnessed that over the last 4 years that I've lived here. And so I've watched it change rapidly, and so I really want to continue that, actually. And we have a long way to go. They're about to expand our fort. They're talking about it, but I believe it's just going to happen. And so somebody needs to be really paying attention to that. You said it yourself. We're unique in that we have beaches, and that brings in visitors. And so those aren't constituents, but we have a responsibility to them as well. And so by bringing in visitors, that brings in money to our local economy. And so we have to pay attention to those things. And we also have to be prepared for storms. It's not a matter of if, it's just when. And so I am a guy that is I'm a prepper. And so I believe in being ready for things. I don't like to be behind the 8 ball. I don't like to hear, well, we've always done it that way. That's a very dangerous thing to say, okay? And so I'm going to give you a different look at things, a different way of looking at it. And so, but I am a prepared guy. And so, but I do appreciate everything that David has done. And I want to see that continue. And I want to see the customer service continue. I really do. Again, it's not a 9-to-5 job. And so let's not make it that.
Okay, we have one more question.
Hello, so this is actually not my district, but the work that Commissioner Hall was doing there was affecting the entire county. There's some very big construction projects that are going on that are gonna affect everything, our beaches, for our county up there. And it's imperative, he acquired the money, and as you guys have both talked about grants and getting more money for grants, those projects, we're in the middle of those projects, and those projects are very important to follow through. And they could either be extremely successful or become very economically unfeasible to get completed. So what kind of experience do you have in managing construction projects, making sure the follow through and the efficacy of these projects? What type of experience do you have to follow through to see these to where they're finished?
I'm glad you asked that question because I was a construction owner for over 20 years. As a fireman, you have a lot of time off at times. And so I had a construction company and we did residential and commercial. And so contracts and completing projects and building was my specialty. And so I understand, you know, the importance of contracts. I understand what a good handshake means sometimes, you know. And so, yeah, when you're talking about our county, there's a lot more than just precinct 1. I mean, commissioners sit on panels and committees. One of them that's kind of dear to me, and I know Commissioner Behrens just took it over, is the hospital. I've been around hospitals my whole life. I've worked in ERs. I was a flight paramedic for 13 years. And so I've been around hospitals a lot. We are fortunate. We have a county hospital here. That's rare. And that's something you need to be proud of and you need to protect. And because corporate hospital is about money. It's about making people money. A county hospital is about taking care of their people. And so we need to work very hard on how to keep our hospital healthy. It's been said a couple of times here tonight. But I think Commissioner Behrens is going to do a wonderful job. And of course, the judge, Lissy, and so, and Aaron, you know, you have big shoes to fill at the hospital. And so, I admire that. But I think there's lots of work to do there. We've got to streamline that hospital. And it's got to be run effectively. And it needs to stay as a county hospital, I believe that. And, you know, I want to help. I've got many, many years of hospital experience. And I've got many years of construction, public service. And so that's me.
As far as the construction goes, I've got like maybe a year experience in construction. And, you know, I'm always eager to learn, very eager. So far, the past 3 months that I've been in office, I've met with the engineers going over some of these construction plans and going through them and taking the time. We spent 2 hours going over them the other day. And like I said, I'm eager to learn. I don't have the experience that Mr. Oliver has, but I am willing to learn and take the time to follow through with everything. Thank you.
You both have 1 minute for closing statements.
Okay. The duties of a county commissioner are, number one is he represents one of 4 precincts, maintain roads and bridges, and to exercise broad policy-making authority. So those are the 3 duties of a commissioner. And I'm going to do the best I can to get those 3 done. Like I said, I have not been in office very long, 3 months, but the 3 months that I have served, I have learned so much from the people that come in that just want to take the time to talk, and I'll give them the time. I'll give them all the time that they need. So, like I said, I'm ready, I'm eager, and I appreciate everybody's support to earn your vote. Thank you.
I've lived my whole life in public service. I never dreamed about being a politician. I was always promoted or appointed to the positions that I held, and I worked hard all the time for those positions. I really made politicians look good. And so I was pretty proud of that. My guys, in fact, have been teasing me since Thanksgiving, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're gonna be a politician, And I say, yeah, I think, like I said, David was my friend. I would not be here doing this if David was still my commissioner. And so, here I am again, after 30 years of just public service and being a servant. And so I'm asking for your vote. I'm just very proud of our community. I've been a part of this area for over 20 years. And so it's a very special and magical place for my family and I. And so just to stay. And but I am asking for your vote.
Okay, we're gonna move on to Judge, County Court at Law, James Beeler and Kelly Cross. Kelly, you'll go first.
If you have any questions, please go ahead and come on up, so we'll be ready for questions when they're finished.
Good evening, my name is Kelly Cross, and I am running for this county court at law. I've been spending several months now telling people I'm not running against Vern. This court is way different. I wanted to try to tell you a couple of things that aren't on my political literature, that aren't on my resume, my CV. One of those is that I am a generational Texan. My family has been here forever and ever and ever. My daddy was a World War II Iwo Jima Marine. My brother was a Vietnam Marine who we tortured every Thanksgiving. When he fell asleep, we would sneak in and paint his fingernails pink. My spouse of 34 years is an Army veteran, and we've been married 35 years. Like Judge Beeler, I have absolutely been an attorney half my life. I think maybe not half your life, but half my life. I love being a Christian, I love this community, and I am here to try and serve. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jim Beeler, and I am the sitting judge of the Calhoun County Court of Law. I am currently serving out the unexpired term of Judge Alex Hernandez, who retired last June. Following an interviewing process conducted by the Commissioner's Court, I was appointed to this bench and am completing that 18 months that are left over on Judge Hernandez's term of office. I deeply appreciate Commissioner's Court for appointing me to this job. For those who would like to know more about me, I do have brochures at the back to give you an idea of who I am and where I am. For those that don't know me, there are many of you who do know me. I've practiced law for many years and handled every kind of case possible in any kind of court. Over those years, I've developed a habit of deep respect for the justice system. I deal with people in a personal manner, and I believe in treating every individual who comes before the court with respect and fairness. That is how I conduct my courtroom, and that is how I approach the job. If you would like to know how I do and what kind of job I'm doing, I suggest that you contact the Commissioner's Court, contact the District Attorney's Office, contact the District and County Clerk's Office, all of those people, even the maintenance department in the county clerk's office. Talk to those people. They know what I'm doing. Otherwise, come yourself. Come and see what's going on in that court and how I handle the people. The whole idea here is I've been around for Calhoun County for many years. I graduated from Calhoun High School. I played football and baseball for Calhoun Central. This is my home. This is where I live.
this is where I need your support. I want all of you, talk to everybody you know. Get out and vote. It's been already said, voting is important. Thank you very much.
Do you have plans to improve the court? If yes, what is your plan?
Well, it's hard to really put this in such a short amount of time. The clearance rate for this court is low, according to OCA. It's really not anyone's fault, but cases have to move. I have a past of being a judge, and in my 4 years, I handled over 40,000 cases. That's 40,000 cases. So being tired is something that I know about. I was the mental health judge for 52 counties. I know what it is to be awake at night. I think that what we need, because of the drug addiction issues that we have here, I think we need to have a first offenders program. I think we need an animal abuse docket. It's been shown that there's a strong correlation between animal abuse, child abuse, adult abuse, and drug addiction. I think there's some things to look at that we can do. That the first thing I want to do is to meet with the bar to see what they need to have to expedite their cases. I have to tell you that your vote does matter, whether it's for me or whether it's for Jim Beeler. I think Calhoun County will be in good hands.
Well, we are working every day at trying to make sure that justice prevails in Calhoun County. And that includes dealing with everyone with respect. And my everyday job has been, since I've been there, is to make sure that we get the job done. That's the plain and simple, move the cases. As has been said, there's a backlog, and the court hasn't done well in the past. But that's not the way it's being done now. Now we are moving cases, and we are doing the job effectively in accordance with the law and with respect to all the individuals who appear in that court. Probate matters, divorce matters, criminal misdemeanor matters, CPS matters. Every case matters, every individual matters, and that's what we're doing in that court to make it a better place.
Thank you. You both have 1 minute for closing.
I believe that this county and this court really matters. I believe it matters so much that I'm running to sit in this seat. I interviewed also, and unfortunately the commissioners did not choose me. Shame on them. But like I said, Jim Beeler is a good man. He's been an attorney a really long time. I think your CV said 49 years. Yeah. I have to tell you, I'm a practicing Republican. I believe in term limits, and I even believe in age limits, and there are age limits for district court judges. And what I've seen in my past is the district court Democrat judge who's reached 75 comes down to the county level. I oppose that. I oppose anyone who's going to run longer than they vest in their retirement. They should sit out. So if the county is, I think, 8 years, that's 2 terms, other is 3, and then I think you sit out 1. I'm a practicing attorney. I'm a practicing Republican. I literally go and help. I am a national Republican attorney. I do a lot for voter integrity, and none of that is judicial. It's just being a good citizen. And this good citizen is asking you to vote for her in the early part of our election cycle or on March 3rd. And I'll turn it over to the judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, as my resume says, I'm a combat veteran. I don't consider this running for office as a combat endeavor. The purpose here is simply serving Calhoun County. I've resided here in Calhoun County since 1961. This is my home. My family has spent their lifetime working for this county. Service is the name that is associated with my family name. I again ask you, consider that. Don't worry about what I'm going to do. Come and see what I do if you have any questions. Calhoun County is what we're working for. All of us work together. That's what's important. I have the background. I have the experience. Been there. I've done it. If it's a capital murder case on down, I've dealt with all of that. Probate matter, everything. Whatever we need, I can do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna move to County Judge Linda Graham, Vern Listy, and Stacey O'Donnell. Stacey O'Donnell will be going first.
Anyone with questions needs to go ahead and come on up now. And because this is the last, yes. The order is right.
Stacey, Vern.
It's Stacey, Vern, and then Linda. But let me go ahead and do one last call. My phone number's on there, and I don't like to give it out, but it's there. We need hand counters. Again, we're going to be hand counting the ballots, so we need your help. And if you can make sure that you find us some people, if you can't do it, we'll take 2-hour shifts, 4-hour shifts, 6-hour shifts, 8-hour shifts. We don't want to go to a 24-hour shift, okay? So if you have questions, make sure you come on over here and line up. We'll get started in just a second. All right, we got quite a few on this one. And I do have to say something while a few more people are coming up. You know, we see some children in here, and I always say, if you don't take them someplace when they're 3, they're not going to be here when they're 30. So it is such a joy to see the children, and those of you that brought your children, it is such a joy to see that, because we're raising children that care about the community. And it does my heart great that all of you are here tonight. Okay, I think almost everybody's settled, and this will be our last round here. Okay, here you go, brother. Thank you.
I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. It's truly amazing, their turnout. My name is Stacey O'Donnell. I'm a lifelong resident of Portalaca, Calhoun County. Born and raised, graduated from Calhoun County. I had the opportunity to marry a high school sweetheart. She has been a principal and educator in Calhoun County ISD for over 30 years. We have 3 wonderful kids. One of my proudest is my son, Dr. Bryce O'Donnell, has moved back into Calhoun County and started his practice. There's not many kids at his caliber that actually does that. So, sorry for my voice to be breaking a little bit. But anyway, I'm a business owner. I worked at Formosa for 18 years of my life. Since then, I've run a successful pool company, successful rock yard. I bring a lot to the table. I'm a people person, and I love everything there is about this county. And I'm here to lead this county in a way that brings the residents together to where they are proud to call Calhoun County home. Thank you.
I'm Vern Lissy. I'm 62 years old. Married 36 years tomorrow. Right? Married my wife Karen. She is a AgriLife extension agent here in this county. Get it before back. We have 2 children. My 32-year-old son, maritime engineer. He's a resident of Calhoun County. He finally asked his fiancee to marry him. 3 years, son. 32-year-old daughter, he doesn't. I'm sorry. I'm in my 20th year on the Commissioner's Court. The last 18 of it's been with as a Commissioner. The last 14 has been as a County Judge. And the last 14 months has been a challenge for me and Commissioner's Court because of the passing of Richard Meyer, our County Judge. Then a few months later, the passing of Commissioner David Hall. And we've had some challenges, but I can tell you that the strength of the court and their leadership, we were able to finish this year without any disruption in county services. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Linda Graham. I'm married to Danny Graham. I lived in Calhoun County most of my life. We have 5 children, 16 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren, and I know how to budget. We need to get that budget under control. And my platform is help. Without help, you have nothing. Our roads and everything else, but we need our help. So we need to support our hospital and make sure that budget is there. Thank you, and I need your vote.
Before you have some questions.
Okay, we'll start the same order. The second question, the second person starts, kind of round robin. Okay, first question.
Thanks. Can you hear me? It's actually a 2-part question. What is your position on the hospital district and why? And what about rumors about closing the police department?
Okay, let's do the hospital one, and then I'll have her re-explain the other part of it.
So I'm 100% pro-hospital. I have family members that work at the hospital. I love our hospital. I'm very proud of our hospital. My dad was just in there for over 7 days a week ago. Everybody that was there was very professional and made our stay there very nice. We didn't have to go to Victoria. We didn't have to go to Houston. They cared for him there, and it was very good care. With that being said, whether I'm for it or against it, I'm not sure, but the taxpayers have already spoken on that for now. Maybe it needs to be looked at in the future. No matter what, from going forward, we need to come together and as a county and support our hospital and do everything we can to make it the best little hospital in South Texas. So that's all.
The hospital district is a people's choice. Either way, either through the county budget or through the district, the hospital is going to be funded. It's going to be deciding how you're going to want it funded moving forward. We need the hospital. It's a $63 to $65 million business with 250 employees, and the majority of employees in there are local. We have to keep it open. With industry here, one of the first or second questions they ask when they come, do you have a hospital? It's key. We have, elderly people, we have younger people that rely on this hospital. We have good doctors here. So we have challenges ahead. We've made some strides. One of the reasons I think that the hospital district did not make it, just me personally, is that I don't think we had our ducks in a row. We couldn't answer a lot of questions. We didn't check all the boxes. And I think that's one of the downfall to it. But I firmly believe it happened for a reason, to give us a chance to right the ship, get us going in the right direction, and if the people want it again, they can go for it again. But either way, we're gonna have you funded out of the county budget or through the hospital district. And the second question, the police department, that's a city deal, that's nothing to do with us.
We need our district hospital. My husband is a transplant patient for 24